Hello everyone, welcome to Kalpa Kendra Tarot. The reading that we will be doing today is going to be a crush reading. I don't know if there is something like that. What I mean by a crush reading is a reading that will give you information about your crush. It can also be called a specific person reading, whatever you want to call it. Let's not get into the logistics. Right, so the topic for the reading today is how do you feature in your crush in your crush's imagination. So whoever that person is who you have a crush on, we are going to see how they imagine you. And if you not even imagine, it's like what do they imagine about you, how do you feature in their imagination, if they have an imagination, which I'm thinking and you're also thinking that they do. And how does that imagination look like, what is like the content of that imagination. So that's what we're gonna find out. And I really don't know what's gonna come up. We are gonna have a section where we look into their heart, like we are gonna pull cards for their heart, for their soul, for their mind. But we basically are going to get an overview of their imagination regarding you. And I'm letting this reading be a little bit of free flow, like free flowing sort of a reading, where I'm gonna see what comes through without having like a strict like what do I say, huh? Right, design, strict design in mind. So let's just see. Let me introduce the groups for today's reading. We have got 3 groups for you, and all of them are major arcanas. Not that I wanted to pull out major arcanas, actually that's the intention that I had, but I didn't know that only major arcanas like were gonna come out. Because honestly, how do you know such a thing? I mean, what I intended for the reading is that yes, it would be great if all the 3 options that I'm going to give today are major arcanas, and that's it. As I was pulling from the deck, the whole deck, all the cards that I got are in front of you, the major arcana. So I feel like it's a little destined, the cards that came through, in the sense that they in like the cards in itself will give a message about the situation that we are dealing with. But keeping that aside, things are falling into place as they should. So let's just go ahead with the options, and you can choose from the options that you see in front of you. So for group number 1, we have card number 9, the Hermit. For group number 2, we have card number 7, the Chariot. These are like the numbers allotted to the major arcanas. And for group number 3, we have card number 15, Devil. So these are your 3 options: group 1, group 2, and group 3. You can just close your eyes, think about the question, and then based on which then open your eyes and see which card you feel attracted to. Okay, I think whenever you ask that question, there will be there will be a particular card that glows in front of you or attracts you, just pulls you towards it. So based on that, you can just meet me at the click of your timestamp. Hello, Group 1. If you had selected the Hermit card, then welcome to your reading. The question that we are answering today is how do you feature in your crush's imagination? So, essentially, if there is an imagination that your crush has about you, then what does that look like? So, Group 1, just intuitively reading from the combination of cards that you got, your crush definitely thinks of you as this person who has a very quiet sort of dedication to the things that they prioritize in their life. So you have certain priorities and you are dedicated to them, extremely loyal to them, and you are going to move mountains to stay true to your promises and just live up to your promises. Stay true to your connections, and you don't make a lot of noise about it. It is a very silent sort of a gesture where you are dedicated to the things that you love, and you would almost like give a lifetime of service. Or oh, sorry, forgot to put the phone on silent. So you would like work throughout your life, or just dedicatedly keep serving the people that you love. It could be a family, maybe you have a family of your own, or it could be your parents, just the family you're born into, maybe not married into but born into. And then there are other things that are really close to your heart. Maybe you are dedicated to a social cause, it could very well be so. So you have this thing where the word that is coming to my mind, or the two words that are coming to my mind, is quiet dedication. So you're extremely dedicated, and you're also very quiet about it. um, People cannot understand exactly what you are thinking, so people have to take note of your gestures and actions to understand what your priorities are. But if actions speak louder than words had a face, then it would be your face. And you have kind of proven to them also, not only them, but I think by and large the world knows that you are somebody who keeps their head down and just keeps working. But not, this work is not just like some kind of slavery where you are just in it for the money. It's not like that. Not that slavery pays you. I don't mean that. Modern sort of slavery where you don't get to live the life of your dreams, or you don't get to live the life that you actually value, but you get like at the end of the day you get paid for it, which is pretty much the tranquilizer you're given, or what is it called, a drug that you're given to forget about your suffering. So it's not that kind of job. This is about social service. This is about you showing up for the causes that you believe in, and you don't make a lot of noise about it. So you, when you do something, it's not like you take a picture and post about it on social media. You in itself, okay, so the picture that I'm getting, what features in their imagination about you is that you are a very kind personality. They're like, you help people, you are a very solid personality. People can expect a lot out of you in any situation. You have a very well thought explanation and well thought way of progressing, or well thought out plan to act on a particular situation. Like for example, if somebody comes and tells you that there is this problem in that area where a lot of people are complaining that there is hooliganism, or there is some, like there's a big increase or big surge in crime rate and everything. So you would listen to all of that, and instead of maybe posting about it, maybe just showing people how much you're going to give a very uh, well thought or well read or well informed explanation where you say that, look, it's a low income area. There are people who've never been to schools because they never got the opportunity. There are biases about that community anyway, so they don't get employment opportunities like maybe certain other communities do. So because how many businesses would want to employ them. So what they resort to is something that they are forced to resort to, and also their way of living and cultural practices give legitimacy to certain professions which we would regard as absolutely illegitimate or illegal. They think it's okay because when you have seen that, if violence and abuse is what you've grown up seeing, then there is some sort of like, there comes a justification for it, like a natural justification for it in your head where you think it's okay. So you give an explanation where people understand just how much you know. And it's not about you constantly showing people how much you know. Your explanation is, you're not even asking people to take note of your knowledge, and you're not going like, please look at me, this is who I am. Okay, I can quote so many authors and so many social thinkers and scientists and this and that. You're not even saying that. Just your one um, answer to a particular problem is indicative of your treasure trove of knowledge that you hold inside of yourself. So that's the kind of imagination that they have about you. It may be their understanding, but their imagination, in their imagination you feature as this extremely knowledgeable person who only participates in things that they think it is okay for them or it is worth their time. Otherwise they don't really have a desire to like attract people's attention. With the camel, there is a blend of fire and earth, where you don't, the thing is that camel is known as this animal of tolerance and resilience. So it's like you do not react, you do not get angry. It's not like you cannot, it's just that the situations in the world are not enough to get you angry. So something, yes, you can get angry, but it has to be something really really massive, something like you're so knowledgeable, nothing is like nothing is capable of triggering your anger, because you've worked out a lot of issues inside of yourself. With the camel, you see, the camel personality is somebody who would not get angry. Whenever anger pops up inside of them, they can always resort to that that what do I say, that water storage inside of them, that water element that they already store inside of them, that understanding and that cool elixir of life, where they just know that how to calm themselves down, because camel has like access to water in its hump, stored in its hump. So something like that, where this personality has a characteristic where they know how to soothe themselves, how to calm themselves, and that comes from a natural strength or natural stamina that they have developed from mastering the water element, mastering their emotions, mastering their intuitive ability to just know how to react in a particular situation. What is the right way to respond, what is the right reaction, they just know. So this, and you can also see the moon here featured at the right side, the top of the camel. So it's like you have mastered your intuition and you just know that whether you should lose your mind over something or not. It's just you don't get angry. You have a very careful, thought out response to everything, which they admire. They think very highly of you. The back of the deck energy is gazelle and impartiality. What is standing out in this group is that they admire your dressing sense, they admire the way you look. I don't think you try to, because the personality is such, you don't try very hard to impress people. You have like a quiet sort of aura. So you might again dress up in a way where you might just blend with the crowd, but even then you stand out in their eyes because of your simplicity. Back of the deck energy is also impartiality, which kind of shows the depth of your understanding, that you are capable of being impartial towards, even when you have crush on somebody, even if it's your blood relation, like even if somebody in your family makes a mistake or something, you are the first person to call them out, saying that you made a mistake. No, you may be my whatever, you may be my family or my friend, but you made a mistake. So you're impartial in that way. Okay, then you have the wheel of fortune, but it is the second, the pretty much the next card after the hermit. So they think that your understanding of life has progressed uh, in a manner where you have taken the necessary steps to grow from strength to strength, or you have become who you are because you were so invested in your growth and development. You are one of those people who reads self-development books, who is invested in their person, like in developing their personality, in developing their mindset. You really care about becoming the highest and best version of yourself. There are a lot of people who couldn't care less about something like that, but you are not like that. You care. Then you have Seven of Swords with Ace of Pentacles. With Seven of Swords and Ace of Pentacles, it does mean that every time you saw a part of you betraying, like a part of you is betraying yourself, like there is betrayal happening either outside of yourself or inside of yourself. Like you could be betraying yourself, like you could be stuck in a loop. The way you talk, it feels like you're extremely well aware. So that's where the camel personality shines, I think. You're extremely well aware of your shadow aspect, or where you may be acting in ways where, like acting in ways that you're not really proud of. Like you could be a personality which sometimes admits to resorting to gossip just to feel comfortable in a crowd, like comfortable in the company of certain people. You're well aware of who you become at certain points in your life, like extreme, like high degree of self-awareness. So anytime you are betraying yourself, there's an acceptance inside of you where you're like, okay, I have done this and there's a way that I can change myself. Let's now invest in my growth, or let's just think about how I can change this about myself, which I don't like or I don't accept. This is not who I want to be. I can be anything I want to, so I don't want to be this. What do I want to be? Let's work towards that. So that investment is almost immediate, and that investment understanding is not only directed towards yourself, it's also directed towards others. Like when others make a mistake, you like take necessary action, and that necessary action is something that your person admires a lot, in the sense that your person is saying that if that person that you're dealing with is incapable of change, you take the call. Like you basically decide whether or not you think that person is invested in their growth. So if you think that that person is invested in their growth and wants to change you, forgive them immediately, give them another chance. But if you think that person is not invested in their growth and is kind of acting in a loop where they are defending themselves or going on doing what they're doing, then you take necessary action, and then you remove them from your life. So you cut out toxic people. You act in admirable ways which the person is saying that they admire about you. With Six of Pentacles, it seems that your person is saying that you give to others what others give to you. You're impartial in that sense. Okay, and just beneath that you have gratitude. So you're impartial in the sense that you understand the energy that is sent out to you, and you can be strong with somebody who's being strong with you. Not strong with somebody, like you can be strong with somebody who brings out that side of you. Like somebody who requires you to show your strength or show your teeth, like somebody who requires you to be aggressive, because they're really pulling that side of like pulling out that side of you, pulling that side outside of you, or something like that. It's like asking for it. If somebody is asking for your aggression, then maybe you can be aggressive. But if somebody is asking for your love, then you can like give love. It's just you reciprocate in the most understanding of ways. Ace of Feathers, they are again appreciating your understanding. They're saying that your like clear understanding of things is something that they admire a lot. You always respond from a clear headed logical perspective, from knowing what you should do. It's never like nobody can expect you to do just whatever. If somebody can prove to you that you've acted in a way which is not right, or which is not expected from you, or which is just wrong, then you will say sorry. Because you give to others what others give to you. So their energetic exchange is pretty much reciprocate and mutual. So they're also saying that you would not do something unfair, or you would not do something that is not expected from you. Okay, or something which is not right. Back of the deck energy is Five of Wands and beneath that we have King of Pentacles. So it does show your person is agreeing on the fact that you're dealing with a lot. I don't know in what sense, but your person seems to think that you have a lot on your plate and you're doing a wonderful job, in the sense that you maybe have a difficult situation to deal with, where you are constantly having to manage a lot of things. Maybe professionally or personally you have a lot of responsibilities, and you dedicate your time, like I said, that the quiet dedication is something that is like the pretty much the title of their imagination about you. All right, group one, there are certain questions that I want to ask about how do you feature in your crush's imagination, in the sense that what they love about you, what they hate about you, what they admire about you, and what they would like to like change about you. So we are gonna ask a certain ask a few questions which like as they come to me, and we're gonna see what the answer is. So for what your person loves about you, Five of Wands, that was the back of the deck energy as well. uh what your person loves about you, okay, I get it. The way you sort of argue with them, the way you fight with them, your person is saying that you are pretty feisty. Like you tend to argue and fight with them in a way to show affection. Sometimes that happens, like when you have a crush on somebody and you cannot like be honest about your intention, then you act in like weird ways. I remember like maybe I shouldn't talk about it, but I remember having crush on somebody, and when I saw that person was smiling at me, and I acted like I'm so offended by that smile, but I liked it. I was like so offended, I was so serious, I almost, and after looking at me, that person almost like that smile totally vanished, and that person, I like his face almost became pale immediately. So that's what I'm saying, that when you have a crush on somebody, you act in weird ways. So what this person loves about you is the way you fight with them, the way you argue, the way you tell them that you don't like something about them, or you always tend to pick out their flaws, and just you're just not nice to them, and they like it. They like that this that they bring out this mean side, um, like to you, where they are aware that it, it may be your way of showing affection, or nobody will understand, or maybe people would, I don't know, but it's just people who can read between the lines would probably know what it means. Okay, so now what they hate about you. What does group one's person hate about group one? Three of Wands. Okay, so what they hate about you is that you wait before taking action, or you let the ball be in their court. You are not somebody who takes action. You plan and plot, and you think a lot before doing something. You don't you don't hurry. You never haphazard. You just there's a method to your madness, and that is too methodical for them. They think that they will have to wait forever before you take action, because you don't do something out of the ordinary or out of the blue every now and then. It's not your character. You're very predictable, and you kind of like to take predictable actions, and you would not act in a way that is not professional or respectable. It's just you would wait for them to take action. Like you make them wait, you yourself wait, you you consider the situation before uh, like making that call, or before paying them a visit, or you just try to be too right, too correct all the time, and they hate that about you. They wish you didn't think so much before um, doing something, or at least calling them. They wish you didn't make them wait. Another thing about what they love about you is that they love the fact that you can stand up for yourself. That is almost the first message that I had received. I forgot to say it. You stand up for yourself. It's always your life is a struggle, and you don't sugarcoat things, and you don't try to earn people's sympathy. You're like, yeah, this is what it is, and I'm sure I'm not the only person going through it. I'm sure a lot of people go through it. So you don't try to earn some brownie points because you are who you are. So the next question that we are asking is, what do they think about you when they daydream about you? Like, what is their fantasy about you? What is their fantasy about you? The 10 of Cups, and we have another card accompanying it, the 7 of Pentacles, right? Their fantasy, which they're saying might take a long time before it is fulfilled or before it comes true, is to have it all with you. Literally to have it all with you. But I see a lot of books and a lot of cups. I do think that this person has maybe a few favorite films that they want to watch with you, or a few books that they would like to suggest or recommend to you. They would at any time. This could be the case already, or this might be the case in the future, where they ask you to read something, or they send you quotes from the books that they are reading. They try to intellectually like stimulate your mind, because they think that you are an intellectual person. They think that ultimately they want to have it all with you. Like, they would want to end up with you if you're asking about their fantasy. Sorry about that sound. It sounded like haunted house, but yeah, that's the sound my door makes. So it's like they would like to have this fantastic life with you, where they wake up with you and go to sleep with you. They share all their meals with you. They share a family with you, and every day you're together and you're doing incredible things. They think that if when you guys come together, it's just going to be an incredible life, because when your personality comes together with their personality, your likes and dislikes complement each other. You're going to learn a lot from them, and every day is going to be fun. Every day is going to be something new to look forward to. You will learn from each other a lot. There will be a lot of growth and development. They'll become an amazing person when they are with you. They'll be extremely invested in themselves, invested in their growth and happiness. That's what they think. That's their fantasy about you. And their fantasies, they constantly daydream about having a life together with you. 7 of Pentacles, they think it's going to take a lot of time. They don't think it's easy. Anyway, so is there something that they want to change about you? Is there anything that they want to change about group 1? 8 of Cups, 5 of Swords. Wow. Doesn't get better than more straightforward than this. What they would like to change about you is the fact that you find it so easy to leave them. I don't know if you have left them, or so easy to turn away from them. The fact that it is easy for you to not be in their life or not think about them. That you have the capacity to move on. I don't know if you have moved on, but the capacity that you have to move on is something that like they'd like to change or take away. 5 of Swords, your ability to one, they like it when they like the 5 of Wands, and they want to change the 5 of Swords. So they like it when you are a little feisty, and you kind of tell them something like, no, I'm not going to do that. But when you actually argue with them, when you actually have extreme disregard for what they want, or you actually are like really not aligned with them, like you're really how do I put it, like disagreeing, or you really don't want to talk with them, or talk to them, or you really don't want to have anything to do with them, where you said you really mean no, and you moved on, like you have moved on, or you don't care. That's what they'd like to change about you. I don't know if you've shown this side of yourself to them where you've just said no and then you've walked away, or you guys are not in touch. That's what they'd like to change. What they would like to take away your ability to say no and move on, basically. um what would they like to see happen between the two of you? What would they like to see happen between the two of you, Spirit? This is a person who likes you. I mean, why are you even calling them a crush? I mean, this is a person, I mean, I feel like they have a crush on you and you are just having fun here. um the connecting energy is the Empress. I don't know what the connecting energy is for, but I feel like this card wanted to come out. So what they want to say happen between the two of you is love. They would want the two of you to be in a relationship. They have crush on, like, they also have a crush on you, or they pretty much love you. I'm not sure what the situation is like, but it feels like you are the one who is holding back from taking this connection forward, and they are the one who's willing to actually invest in this connection. They think you are amazing, you're beautiful, you have this beauty about yourself where you're not trying to like, it's not, you're not on people's face sort of beautiful, but you are very, like, you have this quite free flowing beauty about yourself where it's just apparent that you're beautiful in the most subtle and most simple, like, you, in the simplest way. Okay. And they would really want to, yeah, Ace of Wands, so they are extremely attracted to you and they would like to see this thing culminate into marriage someday. So that's your reading, group 1. If you liked it, let me know in the comments. For more readings like this, subscribe to the channel. If you understand Bengali or Hindi, then I also have 2 other tarot channels where I do readings in Bengali and Hindi. You would find the details in the description box. If you understand those languages and you are interested in something like that, then you might want to subscribe to those channels as well. I have a spiritual discussion channel where I do spiritual discussions in Bengali, called Kalpa Kendra Spiritual Discussion. So that's a new channel that I have where I try to talk about the spiritual concepts like twin flames, soulmates, soul connections. If you're interested in something like that, and if you understand Bengali, then that is one channel that you can consider subscribing to. Otherwise, if you are interested in getting a personal reading or getting spiritual guidance from me, then you can contact me on WhatsApp, email, or Instagram. I'll see you in another reading sometime very, very soon. Till then, take care. Hello, Group 2. If you had selected the Chariot card, then welcome to your reading. Group 2, the question that we are asking today is, how do you feature in your crush's imagination? Okay. And for that, you have the Dolphin card and also the card Perfection. From the very looks of it, what I feel is that your person thinks that you have an attention problem. You cannot pay attention to them and solely pay attention to them because there is so many things, and not that they are accusing you of not being loyal or something. They think that there are so many things in your frame of sight, or like in front of you, that you cannot, and you have a personality where one thing seems interesting to you, so you pay attention, and then there is something else that seems interesting as well, and then you pay attention to that as well. It's not like you want to be partial, like you would not want to be partial, in the sense that you cannot prioritize. Yeah, right, that's the word. You cannot prioritize between or among the things that you like, and you are not that kind of a person who would want to prioritize. In fact, that is your worst nightmare. You want to be the jack of all trades. This is what you like being, this is who you are, and that's why maybe it's difficult for you to act in certain ways that people understand or be conventional. With the Chariot, it might sometimes feel like to other people it might feel like you're not making progress, or you are just somebody who's distracted and has their hands in too many things. But your person is saying that they don't think that you're distracted, they think that you're having too much of a good time, or you like having fun, you like being invested in so many things, you like giving attention to, you're interested in a lot of things. And they are, again, they are not saying it in a negative complaining tone. It's not that they are complaining that you are the way you are. They are saying that they like your personality, they admire this about you, but at the same time they understand that it may be difficult for them to grab your attention or to hold on to your interest, okay, or to hold on to your attention. With the dolphin personality, a lot of people like you, a lot of people think of you as their favorite. The moment they meet you, you light up people's day, you light up people's mood, you have a lot of friends, you have an extroverted energy to you. Again, there are again a lot of people who claim your time, claim space in your life. So your person cannot be the sole what do I say, sole owner, or the only person who has right over your time. And your person is saying that they have a lot of competition, they feel, and they feel that you're just perfect, you're just this amazing person, that yeah, obviously it's obvious that everybody would want to be friends with you, or everybody would want to spend time with you. With as back of the deck energy, forgiveness, you don't like, you have this personality where you just let things slide, you don't hold on to grudges, and you don't let people, like you don't even think about what has happened, you just move on from one thing to the other, as if it's all part of the game and it's okay, it's everything is okay with you. They like that about you, and at the same time they're a little worried that they might not be your the number one thing on your list of priorities, or you might not even notice that they like you this much, honestly. But your person is saying, with the back of the deck energy as the beaver, your person is saying that they think that you do pay attention to your family, or you do prioritize your family. It's just that everything else, and your person is not that important in your life. That's what, like, that is something that they are pretty sure of. Like they're saying that I am hardly capable, or I hardly qualify as the person that group 2 will be paying attention to. Can you call this low confidence? Yeah, probably. So how does group 2 feature in their person's imagination, in their crush's imagination? So you have a crush on this person, but this person is saying that yeah, you have a very sunshine, jovial, like funny, sunlight, or what is it, the sunny and extroverted sort of fun personality. They like your personality, but they don't think that they have your attention. With the chariot, they think that uh, you only take action towards somebody when you feel sure of that person. But how will you feel sure of anybody? Like, you cannot be sure, because you don't pay attention to anything long enough to develop that sort of a feeling, or that sort of a confidence, or yeah. So you, in order to make up your mind, you need to give some time to that person. You have to let that thing develop. You are probably a character who does not like to be in a long term relationship. Maybe you have commitment issues, or you say so. I don't know if you are like that, but your person thinks that you are like that, sort of fickle minded and stuff. Anyway, with the world and what is this, is this the knight or the page? I have to see. This is the page of wands. So with the world and the page of wands, it feels like you are interested in everything. You want to experience everything. You date somebody not by having a particular type. You date by this is what this person is saying. This is not, again, my opinion, or you may not be something like this anyway, but this is what the person is saying, that you date by wanting to, like, with this, with the goal in your mind that you have to collect experience. So you, if you have dated someone who's like, who was an engineer, you might say that, oh, I don't want to date engineer anymore, I've already dated, so I might try something else, let me try a doctor. And if you've dated somebody who's a doctor, then you would be like, then let me date a painter. Then you would be like, oh, I've dated a lot of painters, let me date a poet or somebody from the IT industry. So you don't have a type. Your type is um, based on what you have not experienced. That is a very risky thing to actually set your goal on the basis of. So this person is saying it's very hard to figure you out, and so they think that if they took you out on a date, if you I don't know if you have gone out on a date with this person, but they're saying that if they took you out, you might develop an experience of them or develop a taste and then never want to experience them again, not because you don't like them, but because you want to experience something else now. So that's pretty risky, and that's what they think that they are a little scared of, they're a little worried about. So you are a free spirit, you are a wild character, like you're a wild soul, and they don't want to tame you. They don't, it's giving me that movie vibes, Breakfast at Tiffany's. So I'm not sure if you have watched that movie, but it's giving me that vibe or not Scarlett O'Hara, definitely not Scarlett O'Hara, but Breakfast at Tiffany's, where that person, like this lady, did not want to, Audrey Hepburn, she did not want to commit to anybody. She wanted to be wild and free. You have that nature, and they don't want to tame you. It's just that they like you. They like this, but they don't think that it is something that they can work with. It's not something that they can be married to, or it's not something that they can claim as their life partner. That's what they're saying. What else, Spirit? How does group 2 feature in their person's imagination? 5 of Wands. They also think that there will be a lot of personality clash, a lot of fights if you two were to come together. They think, they see it, the idea of you is very alluring to them. They like you, like I said, that they like you. I'm getting this feel that you are this free bird that they would want to never put in a cage. If you are afraid of the cage, they are afraid of the cage for you. They don't want to put you in a situation that you would not choose for yourself. They like your personality, they like your character, and they are saying that because you are who you are, they are probably drawn to you. Nothing else. They're saying that I wouldn't want to change the things that I love the most about you, and yet the things that I love the most about you are what will keep us apart. So they're pretty much aware that whatever they love about you are the things that are going to keep you apart. Okay. 3 of Swords. How do you feature in their imagination? They think that you guys can never come together, like it's just not possible. It's that you are as different as chalk and cheese, and so they don't mix, and there is no coming together for people who are so different. I am not sure how this person is, but this person is saying that they're very different from you, so they are more conventional, and that's why probably they are saying that they'll never grab your attention. You are somebody who likes different sort of things, and they're saying that this is something very very weird what they're saying. They're saying that even if they are able to like grab your attention for a while, it is still going to be for a while. They'll not be able to hold on to it, or they'll not be able to keep you interested in them. Because you like experiencing different sort of people, different things, you might get interested in them as somebody that you've never experienced before, but that's it. That's the extent to their interest, like your interest in them. Six of Pentacles. Their imagination is that you would change for them. Ideally, this is their fantasy. Like, you would change for them and you would reciprocate and you would be as interested in them. See, they are making a huge change in their life, but like, I think they never thought that they would fall in love with somebody like this or have a crush on somebody like this. I'm using the word fall in love. I'm not sure if they're in love with you, but again, they are also not sure that if they're in love with you, but they like you, and they are making this huge change in the course of their life by getting interested in somebody like you, because they wanted a very conventional sort of life. So they're thinking that if they are taking this risk, maybe you can also take a risk by wanting to change for them and wanting to, like, naturally wanting to tame. They wouldn't want to tame you. They wouldn't want to be the person telling you that you should develop an interest in other things, or develop an interest in a different way of life, or develop an interest in not, maybe not being such a wild spirit. They don't want to be that person telling you all this. They just imagine that what if you fell in love with them to the point that you yourself want to change. That is what they're saying. That is what their that is what their imagination about you looks like. Now, Seven of Branches with Queen of like Seven of Wands with Queen of Wands beneath that. They are extremely attracted to you, but they don't want to take any step towards it because they feel like it's a connection that is doomed from the start. There is no future here because they don't see you guys being each other's type from the very beginning. So now you're gonna ask certain very, like, more specific questions for your specific person. In the sense, you're gonna look at what goes on in their mind and heart, and we're gonna ask this question as they come to me. These questions as they come to me. Hold on for these questions. So the first question that I'm gonna ask is, Spirit, how does Group 2's person, like, what does Group 2's person like about Group 2? I think we have a card. The Knight of Wands. What they like about you, not like, this is love. So if I did say like, let me pull a card for love. So what do they love about Group 2? Okay, I think the Four of Pentacles wanted to come out in the reverse. Okay, so what they like and love about you is that you are so passionate about things that you don't hold things close to your chest. You express. You don't let anything slide in your life, in the sense that you don't let your passion slide. Not that you hold grudges on or anything, because I said that there's a thing about you where you don't hold grudges, you just let the more difficult things slide. But when it comes to a dream that you have, or something that you may be interested in, something that you want to try, dreams, desires, passions, that you don't let them slide. You just go with the flow, you go with that feeling, and you go ahead and experience it, no matter what the society thinks, or no matter what people think. You don't really let people label you or judge you for who you are. You just be yourself, and you're like, who cares? I just have one lifetime, and I don't want to spend it serving other people's opinion and imagination of me or expectation of me. I don't care. And the fact that you don't care is something that they love about you. You've given them, and it's not only them. I think you're this character for a lot of people. The person is saying that it's not like only they have this opinion of you, even others feel this way about you. You're like a ray of sunshine. You are like this charming, hopeful personality, filled with life, filled with love, filled with positivity. The moment you appear in somebody's life, they it's like they're filled with a different sort of vibe, where they want to grab life by its horns and just make the most of their moments, make the most of their life, make the most of their time on earth. So you give these people this zest for life which they love, and They love it. They love what you do to other people. They love this whole we only live once sort of vibe that you have to your soul and personality. What do they hate about you? What does group two's person hate about group two spirit? uh what does group two's person hate? um it's very difficult to hate you, they're saying. Okay. Ah, right. The fact that this is very similar, like, I'm pretty confident that the cards are doing justice to the question. The cards are being honest with me, because it makes sense. It makes sense. They hate the fact that you have this amazing capacity to move on, to turn away from things once you're not interested, to say goodbye. You're like, you're not attached. Again, watch the movie Breakfast at, like, Breakfast. Why am I not able to say Breakfast at Tiffany's? Featuring Audrey Hepburn. So this movie where she doesn't get attached to anything, she can maintain this demeanor of detachment, is what they hate about you. They're like, I can't take it, I can't handle it. How can you just go away, walk away? Like, how can you not care? Do you not feel anything? Do you not feel love? Do you not get attached to the memories? Do you not create memories? Are you not able to feel love? How can you forget? How can you move on? It's like you have this thing where you probably move on from one place to another, or one person to another, or one job to another. It's just, you love collecting experiences, love collecting memories. And although they love this about you, they're extremely scared of this particular aspect of your personality, where they cannot understand that it's not so easy for your person to move on, and they don't understand that how you can, and they wish that you weren't like this. What would they like to change about you? Spirit, what would they like to change about group 2? Spirit, what would they like to change about group 2? Spirit, give me like more clarity. What would they like to change? The Two of Wands. Two of Wands is when it's like they think that you make all these plans, and it's just, you are operating from the comfort of your inner mind. You don't show your true personality. You are, it's like they would like to get into your inner room, or inner bedroom, or inner mind, and your inner personality. I feel like they don't have access to it. Again, Breakfast at Tiffany's, there's a scene where this man, or I think Audrey Hepburn climbs into this man's bedroom. I don't remember. I think, yeah, it's Audrey Hepburn who climbs into his bedroom, not him climbing into her bedroom. Look at the, like, if you watch that movie, maybe you would know. Otherwise, maybe you can just watch that movie and find out. It feels like this person wants to find you in very close quarters, or very, like, wants to develop a sort of connection with you, where they know what you are thinking in your head, like who you are when nobody is watching you, who you are inside of your bedroom, inside of your washroom, inside of you, from within. Who you are, who are you when you're planning, who are you when you take decisions regarding what to opt for and what to walk away from, who to approach and who not to approach, who you want to have relationship with and who not to have relationship with. So that maybe they would like to change something in your subconscious mind, in your subconscious pattern, so that they can, it's more like eternal sunshine of the spotless mind. Like, it's giving me that sort of vibe, where they can rewrite your memories and maybe reprogram your mind into making you choose things which are more aligned with them. Okay, they want to change the way you are prioritizing your like, how are you planning your next move, what are your priorities. They would want to work at that level of your subconscious reality, where they can really manipulate your reality into molding it more to their liking, more to something that is more agreeable or more in alignment with them. Okay, so what is their fantasy about you? What is their fantasy about you? Ten of Cups. I saw this card earlier as well. Their fantasy about you is that you ended up with them. That you ended up with them. That, like, I'm not sure who are these people that you guys have a crush on. I think they also have a crush on you. I mean, we are not talking about somebody who has no idea who you are. This is a person who has a very clear idea and likes you as well. But I feel like you are the one. Again, this is very similar to group one. You are the one who's not making a move. They are ready. It's just they think that you would not be interested in them. Their fantasy is that that they have got it all with you, that they have a family with you, they are having a wonderful time with you, everything that they like, they are able to experience with you, and everything that you like, you are able to experience with them. That includes movies, that includes sharing meals together, sharing a family together. It's pretty much their happy ever after, or they're happy forever. They would want to have with you. They want to have that bond where you don't walk away, that you cannot walk away. It's like they're forever, and they're the person with whom they are stuck for eternity. That is the kind of bond and connection that they would want to have with you. What is their intention for you? What is their intention for you? What is their intention for you? Oh my god, how many cards do we have? Oh god, I'm just gonna show you the cards. I'm not gonna take all of them, okay? We have Ace of Swords, Eight of Swords, Judgment, and Nine of Swords. Their intention for you is to tell you the truth, that they are stuck. That they're stuck in, that they think that you are the God sent person for them, that this is God's willing, that God has willed this to happen. The universe has willed this into reality. They are unable to take their mind off of you, and it's just you are on their mind constantly, and they don't think that this is an accident. They think this is happening. Their intention, I think, is to tell you all of this. And to have this moment with you where they can confess to their feelings. They might confess to their feelings because they feel that this is their truth, this is their reality, this is what has happened, and they can no longer fight it. They can no longer hold it within themselves. Okay, for a more clearer response, what is their intention, Spirit? Not with so many cards, maybe with a single card or two cards. What is their intention? Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Page of Swords. Again, their intention is to tell you that you are the person of their dreams, and they want to have like a solid future with you, that they see a solid future with you, and also to find out, maybe before telling you, what your Three of Pentacles, they're looking for guidance. They're actively looking for guidance from spirit, from the universe. Maybe they're praying about this. Their intention is to tell you that you are the person of their dreams, that you are it. Like, if they, like, again, Breakfast at Tiffany's, that scene where that man, I forgot his name, the protagonist, the male protagonist, confronts Audrey Hepburn saying that I'm in love with you, and there's a dialogue, there's this, like, everywhere you go, you will still be in a cage, because you're running away from that cage, but it's everywhere you go, you end up in that cage, because that cage is going with you, something like that. I know that I'm butchering that dialogue. Maybe you can find it out on YouTube. It's a great dialogue. So something like that, this person would like to have that moment of confrontation with you, telling you that, dude, what are you doing? But before that, I think they would like to resolve it in their head, that whether or not there's a solid chance with you, like whether or not they can have this, like they can have their everything with you. Only if they think that it is possible for them to have like a solid future with you will they make this move. So I think their intention is to kind of think about it more deeply. So that's your reading group 2. If you liked it, let me know in the comments. For more readings like this, subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in Bengali and Hindi tarot reading, then you might want to subscribe to the 2 other tarot channels that I have. The details of that would be in the description box below. I also do spiritual discussions in Bengali, where I talk about different topics like twin flames, soulmates, and other spiritual concepts, which maybe there's not a lot of information about, like, not a lot of clarity about information. There may be a lot, but maybe not enough clarity. I talk about things from my perspective. If you're interested in something like that, and if you understand Bengali, then you might want to consider subscribing to that channel as well. Otherwise, if you want personal reading or spiritual guidance from me, then you can contact me on WhatsApp, Instagram, or email. I'll see you in another reading sometime very, very soon. Till then, take care. Hello, group 3. So, if you had selected this card, the Devil card, then welcome to your reading. Group 3. The question that we are answering today is, how do you feature in your crush's imagination? But before that, I'd like to tell you that when I was pulling cards from this animal spirit deck, the Fox card wanted to come out in the reverse. We're going to take note of that little information. Right, so how do you feature in your crush's imagination with all the cards and dragon being back of the deck energy here, and for this deck, and the renewal being back of the deck energy for this deck? It feels like your person sees you as this personality who is so well aware of certain inner realities or spiritual truths that they might not be a match for you. They are not, like, in their imagination you feature as this wise, charismatic sort of individual. The charisma comes from spiritual insights, from knowing certain truths which maybe are, like, others may be oblivious to. You are aware of that side of reality which others have, like, don't have the capacity to explore um, in great depths. And they don't think that you are, like, you and them can be a great match, your crush. They don't think so, because they think that it's like it's too audacious of them, or they think that it's like the audacity that they would need to have in order to claim somebody like you um, is not balanced, or it's not fair, it's not just. They are, like, you are too good for them. Yeah, so they think it's like the audacity that they would they'd be showing some sort of audacity if they started claiming you or dreaming of you. But it does feel like you are not in a position, because this fox personality is really good for partnerships. They're wise, cunning, no, not cunning, intelligent personalities that make amazing teachers and guides, and they also make good partners, because they're amazing for long-term partnerships. But because this try to come out in the reverse, I feel like your person does not, like, feel that it is going to be like an organic sort of um, development of you guys coming together into a relationship. They think that it's not, like, in their imagination it's really too much to think of you as a long term partner, because maybe the situation is such that it's not possible to have something like that. With the creation and renewal card, it feels like you may be um, having spiritual practices or spiritual insights that make you a rare sort of character. You are more in tune with earth's energies and realities that, again, others do not understand. And they think that they are attracted to you because of this reason. They're attracted to that side of you, that enigmatic, mysterious side of you. There's a mystery and mystique to Fox's personality as well, because there's such a like it, you can have faith in the fox, such strong dependability in these characters, where once you have in like, I'm not sure if you guys know, if you're not listening to me from India, then you might not know Salman Khan. Salman Khan is an actor here. In one of his movies there was this dialogue, एक बार जो मैंने commitment कर दी फिर मैं अपने आप की भी नहीं सुनता, which means that once I make a commitment, I don't even listen to myself after that. So this person has like that sort of reliability. That reliability is not, it does not come by fluke. Like it's not out of nothing. Once you make a commitment, it's a big deal. And you doesn't look like you would make these sort of promises just like that, because you sort of know, you are guided by your intuition and your ability to understand what spirit and the universe has in store for you. You're more in tune with spiritual truths and spiritual phenomena. Again, like it would not make sense to others. So they're thinking that it's that side of your personality which kind of triggers them to think more deeply about certain things that they probably take for granted otherwise. And because they have a spiritual side to them as well, it's like it's suppressed, it's not, it doesn't get it doesn't come out, doesn't gain prominence in their everyday life. So it's something that they have been able to hide and mask very well. Anyway, I had to take a pause. Right, so with the devil, it feels like this person thinks that you trigger that side of their personality which they have been able to hide and mask very well in front of the world, where people don't know who they are, you know, like your person, the crush that you're talking about. People don't know who they are. It's just your personality and your authenticity triggers that side of them, kind of inspires them to opt for more of a spiritual explanation to their problems or to their experiences. And they are like, they don't like it. With the devil, it feels like they don't like it. They feel like it kind of shows them, you show them where they are being inauthentic, where they are deviating from their highest truth, where they are not showing up as who they are. They are not, they are probably lying about their inner truth and authentic expression. With the dragon as back of the, like, authentic, lying about their authenticity, lying about their interests, lying about what they like. Because I think this person, this crush of yours with fox in the reverse, doesn't show interest, or doesn't even think, or they show that they cannot think of you as their partner. They cannot think of you as this person that they will one day end up with, because it's not possible in their head. You are just somebody that either they have a crush on, or it's like they're not proud of these feelings. Maybe they shouldn't have feelings for you. Maybe they are not in a position to like somebody like you. Maybe this person has like a relationship that they have to be loyal to. There is some sort of complication, and you triggered that side of them which is lying about what they like, what they love, what they say they believe in, what their truth is. They are lying in some sense, and you expose them without saying anything. It's something that is happening magically. It's happening magically and without doing much. It feels like with the creation and the dragon at the back, as the back of the deck energy, it feels like you're not doing much. It's something that is happening spiritually, energetically. How you feature in their imagination, you feature in their imagination as this spiritual guru who's here to guide them. Sounds kind of strange, but your higher self appears in there. Oh my god, I'm so drawn to this dragon's eye. Just take a look at this. I'll just focus it for you. Just take a look at this eye. and see what it tells you. Like, if you have to pause, then you can pause, but there's a truth to your presence, there's a truth to you being who you are, to your soul, to your vibe, to your vibration, that this person cannot ignore. And after that, you have the cobra. It's like you awaken their unawakened potential. You triggered their unawakened potential. You triggered their Shakti. You triggered their Kundalini awakening. It's something that they have been aware of at a subconscious level, that they are maybe not being entirely authentic about who they are, and yet without you screaming it to them, you make it apparent to them. Because if they were really drawn to, like, if they were really happy in their life 100%, they would not be drawn to you. If they were happy with what they have created for themselves, they would have no reason to feel dissatisfied or unsatisfied every time you pop up in their reality. They would not be drawn towards you the way they are drawn towards you. This magnetic attraction, this magnetic pull that they feel towards you, which they are more comfortable in denying, they would not be feeling in the first place. The need to deny this wouldn't arise if it wasn't there. The fact is, it's there. Okay, and they have been aware with the dragon, like with the dragon personality as the back of the deck energy. It's like they have been aware, as there is an awareness standing at the back, watching them being a liar, or watching them being inauthentic to their truest self. And that ever present and omnipresent self, which is a witness to it all, gets triggered by you. They become aware of the self behind the self. When they look in the mirror, they understand that there is a part of them that is omnipresent, that is more connected to their soul and their oversoul and a higher reality that they are answerable to. And to that self, they are being inauthentic. In front of that higher self, they are somehow finding it hard to show up as who they are, because you remind them of them being very different from who they are being. And it's like it starts a different story inside of them. It's a renewal. It's like they think that they have already overcome these battles. It's like they have found that profession that they want to be involved in for the rest of their life, and yet you remind them that maybe not. Maybe there's something that you are yet to discover. With after this renewal card, there's discovery, and after that there's release, there's perception. So it feels like you trigger in them a thought process that they think that they have settled. They thought that okay, they have found that profession. You remind them that maybe not. Maybe there are things that you're not doing, that you're interested in, which you have not discovered yet. Then they think that they have found the person that they are meant to be with, and then you appear in their life, and then they're like, maybe not. Maybe I'm not yet with the person that I'm meant to be with. So you kind of start, like, you restart the processes that they think that they have already overcome, or they have kind of dealt with battles that they have already won. You show them that it's not over yet. It's not over till we unite, or till we meet, something like that. This person probably in their imagination, you feature as this spiritual guide. Your higher self features as this guide, as this like very knowledgeable sort of old spirit, more connected with nature's energies and nature's spirits, who kind of leads them by the hand towards their highest good. And they trust you implicitly. They trust your higher self implicitly. They understand that your higher self is trying to guide them towards the light, towards who they are. Maybe they are not as trusting of you in the physical reality, in 3D, but their higher, like your higher self, they trust a lot. So how do you feature in this person's imagination? 8 of Pentacles. You feature as somebody who is working on your dreams and visions, and working to make a mark for yourself. It's like you you don't give them a lot of attention. It's like you are interested, like you are invested in your own life. You don't give them a lot of attention. It feels called to awakening. So what am I saying? With the sun card here, it feels like you are somebody who is walking the path to your spiritual awakening, who is walking on their consciousness awareness. See, sun is symbolic of consciousness, right? So it's like you are awakening to the like supreme consciousness, or you're working on your understanding of the world, and you're waking up to the reality. You're working on something extremely profound on yourself. You're working on yourself, and through that inner work you are going to enlighten the world with maybe a sort of insight. You're somebody who's very deeply connected to their inner world, to their inner reality, and through that connection that you have deep within yourself, you're gonna make changes in the external world which will be worth noting. They think that they, in their imagination, you feature as this person who's gonna make some difference in physical reality that the world is probably going to be witness to at some point, because you're guided by spirit, and you are an old spirit. You're a strong spirit. You're here for a reason. They know that, they feel that, and they think that you're working behind the scenes on these things. How do you feature in their imagination? Eight of Wands. In constant connection with the spirit. In constant connection with the spirit. Somehow I don't feel like you are, like, the sort of imagination that they have for you is not connected to them, but to the spirit. They don't think, they think, yeah, one of the things that they think in their imagination, I think they get daydreams about you a lot. That they see you, they see your higher self in their vision. Like, they constantly get visions of you. Okay, so with the Eight of Wands, it feels like and you can see the like infinity symbol here as well. Do I need to focus it? Maybe yes. You probably can see the infinity symbol here as well. It feels like you try to talk to them a lot. Your higher self tries to have conversation with them all the time. You have subconscious exchanges with this person, which this person is aware of, like consciously aware of you appearing in their subconscious reality. This person is extremely in tune with their with your extremely in tune with your role in their subconscious reality, but they think that they are dreaming this up. They think that they're dreaming this up because I'm saying like so many things from intuition that I almost can't find the right words to explain this in reality or like in my human reality. They are aware of you being a very important prominent character in their subconscious reality or their inner world, because your higher self appears in their subconscious reality a lot, but in the conscious reality they don't think they are in as much contact with you, or they don't talk to you as much. But one thing that they are saying is that in their imagination is mostly visions of spirit world, where they think that you guys are in close connection to each other. In spirit world you're probably very close to each other. This could be again a divine counterpart sort of situation, or a high level soulmate sort of connection where your higher selves are connected. So it feels like this person is saying that I am aware. In their imagination they're saying that I'm aware of, your higher self comes to guide them, and they say that I'm aware that anytime I get into a problem or cannot find a solution to something, you're going to help me, and I can always rely on you and everything. One thing that they are saying is that you don't appear as much in their physical reality as much you appear in their subconscious reality, either in their dreams or in their visions. You are a constant presence, they're constantly like communicating with you, like they're constantly exchanging ideas with you, and that like you are guiding them, they're guiding you, but it's not happening, like it's not happening that much in physical reality. In your physical reality, you're more invested in your work. They think that you are somebody who's going to be a constant presence in their subconscious reality. Why? Like, why is this not translating into physical reality as well? They, in their imagination, they think in the future maybe it's gonna yeah, 10 of shells. In the future maybe it's gonna translate into physical reality, where you guys are going to six of wands. They think that you guys are involved in some sort of a game. With a hermit, it feels like this is some sort of a game for your soul. This physical reality is some sort of a game where you've come here to find your way to each other. You've come here to unite. This could very well be a twin flame connection. You've come here to unite, and one day you're gonna find your way to each other. But before that, they are like, you are going to guide them subconsciously, and your higher self is gonna guide them subconsciously, and they probably guide you guide you. Their higher self probably guides their higher self probably guides you subconsciously as well. And in their imagination, they think that there's a certain world, there's a certain section or certain place in the spirit world where you are united with them, where you guys are always together. In their imagination, you are going to be this formidable sort of personality that the world celebrates and thinks highly of, and you are going to emerge as somebody very, very powerful, and you end up with them. The 10 of Cups has been a very prominent feature in the readings today. Not this one, but the one from this deck, where which I use to ask certain additional questions. So it does feel like in their imagination of you, there is a spiritual element to this connection, which is more prominent than what is happening in physical reality. You trigger parts of this person's personality which they have kept hidden from the world. They don't like this. It's not a pleasant experience, but they are in constant communication with your higher self just to get messages regarding why this may be happening, and they think that you would lead them towards a better understanding of what they're experiencing in this lifetime, and how that, how what is happening in their life leads to you. And they think in their imagination they also end up extremely successful in their life purpose, and you end up extremely successful in your life purpose, and somehow you guys are together. You experience this together. Either you come together before experiencing this sort of blessing, where where you are brought together by the universe or by spirit, because it doesn't feel like, from the situation, it feels like you cannot come together on your own. There is some sort of a problem, but this person feels in their imagination that spirit will play its part in bringing you two together. Sorry for the camera that's shaking. It's just I ended up moving the camera myself, not because I wanted to. It was an accident. Right, so we are going to ask certain questions as they come to me, certain questions which will give us clarity about how exactly do you feature in this person's imagination. What do we have beneath the Hermit? The Fool. There's a side to their personality where they don't think much about or they show that they don't think much about the connection, but in reality they think about this connection a lot, and sometimes they feel like making that call or taking that leap and just going to you and just telling you maybe what is going inside of them, but they maybe don't do it. But there's more movement happening subconsciously than what you can see happen in physical reality. So more movement in subconscious mind than in conscious mind. Consciously they are not aware of certain things that is happening subconsciously. Maybe this person dreams of you a lot. Right, so what do they love about you? What does group 3's person love about group 3? The Four of Cups. I don't think you are in touch with this person. I don't think you guys talk a lot. What they love about you is the disappointment that you have shown, is the anger that you have shown towards it. You've probably, without wanting to be so, been vocal about your disappointment with not having this person in your life, and they love the fact that there's a tinge of anger, there's a tinge of sadness attached to the way you communicate with them, because you don't, because it's like you are trying to send a message about, I'm angry, why are you not here, why are you not with me, why are you so professional with me, why is there so much distance between us. Yeah, so I think we were talking about what they love. They love the fact that they can see the disappointment in your eyes. That you don't hide it. You don't hide the fact that you're sad. You don't hide the fact that you would want to be closer to them. That you don't like the way things are. Um, you would rather be honest about your feelings towards them than showing them that you don't care. It's like you care. You're very honest about the fact that you care, and that's what they like about you. Hmm. What do they hate about you? What does this person hate about? And also, you have this personality where you talk about your disappointments, you talk about your failures, things that bother you, um, more like you're more comfortable in talking about the emotions that other people choose to hide or numb themselves to. You're more comfortable in being honest, and that's again something that they love about you. So now, what do they hate? Ah, wow, I think this wanted to come out in the reverse. Whether reversed or whether upright, what they hate about you is the fact that you are confrontational, or you don't show them your softer side. Like, you are not expressive about your love. You show the disappointment, but you are argumentative, or you have this quality to yourself where you come across as a little rude, or maybe a little yeah, rude. Like, you don't let your emotions show, even if you like them or you don't. Sometimes you have the capacity to be rude and detached and unimpressed, uh, more so argumentative, more so confrontational. And that's what they don't like about you. They think that, okay, so there's this fear in this person, that maybe this person does not approach you at all, but they think that if they did approach you, it would not be met with mm, like great interest, or it would not be met with a grand welcome. If they did, if if they did make a move towards you, they would probably have to confront your more confrontational side. You would not be so loving, you would not be so emotional with them. That you'd probably, you have this resting beep dot 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 like resting beep face, which I don't think that they're too fond of. Okay. um the Five of Pentacles, they hate that you don't have more to offer them. They hate that you don't express more. They hate that you probably are more comfortable in saying what you don't have, rather than going like opting for what you want, rather than going at it. Like, you are not a go-getter. You're more comfortable in talking about what are the things that you would like to have, but not very comfortable in going ahead and like getting them for yourself. Now, what is their fantasy about you? What is their fantasy about you? The Moon. Their fantasy about you is that they feature in your dreams, that you are thinking about them as much as they are, or intuitively you are drawn to them, and that your dreams and thoughts feature them in great prominence. Like, they are the protagonists of your dreams. Can I get one more card? Like, The Devil and the Hanged Man. Three major arcanas in terms of their fantasy. They fantasize about being the main character, or like the more prominent character in your um, inner reality, the protagonist of your dreams. They fantasize that you are drawn to them, they fantasize that you are obsessed with them, that you cannot get over them. Like their fantasy is that they are your obsession, that you try to understand them and think about them from every angle. See, if they ever find out that you stalk them, they'd not be disappointed. They'd be like, oh, like they think that they have achieved something, that they have it would be their six of branches sort of, six of wands sort of, a moment of achievement, or a moment where they feel like they have truly won something, they've truly received a blessing from the universe. It's a great blessing, I think, in their eyes, to be stalked by you. So that's their fantasy, that they will be your fantasy. I'm not sure that that they feel like you fantasize about them. Maybe it's something that they think is a possibility, and they want to be more sure of it. No, no. What is that other question that I wanted to ask? What is something that they would like to change about you? What is something that they'd like to change about you? The Tower and Queen of Wands. Okay, this is amazing actually. What they would like to change about you is that you make sudden appearances in their life. Like you suddenly come into their life, ask a question, or maybe say something, and you grab all the attention. They have nothing, like immediately when you make an appearance in their life, they have no energy left to offer to other things in their life. It's like they get totally distracted, they cannot do anything. Like they're saying that you don't give a warning before showing up. You just pop up in their reality and be like, hi, this is my question, or this is what I want, or this is like and they're caught off guard, and they're like, what? Yeah, well, yeah, okay. And throughout the day they're saying that if throughout the day they feel distracted, they feel drained, because you claim so much of their energy. It's like they feel like they need a good nap after seeing you once in their life. Okay, Spirit, can you clarify this a little bit, like if I'm going in the right direction? Can you give me Two of Wands? The fact that you keep a lot hidden in your inner reality, and it's like they think that a lot is going on in your inner reality which you don't express, maybe for a long time, and then suddenly there's an outburst. Suddenly you're like, da, 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 you say something or you do something after planning and plotting for a long time. It's like a lot of suppressed energy bursting out, getting erupted. And it is extremely, like, again, something that they're saying is that when that happens, they are extremely attracted to you. It's like they cannot take their eyes off you, or their attention. Like you grab their attention, you have total control and claim over their attention. But it's just that, like, I was right, it gives them a lot of anxiety. It's like I cannot work properly when you do that. I cannot, like, either you find a way to express everything that you're thinking in the comfort of your privacy, in a more sort of gradual way, instead of just showing up one day and giving me all these things, like this uh, pile of bricks on my head, and then I don't know what to do. It's like they feel extremely anxious, more than drained. They feel extremely anxious when you show up and then you do something, and every time you show up they're like rattled, they're jarred, and they're like, oh, okay, it's group 3. It's like that. So that's what they'd like to change about you. What is their intention for you, Spirit? What is their intention for group 3? The King of Swords and Four of Pentacles. their intention is to be very very logical with you, to not express anything, like they don't want to say anything to you. Their intention is to be very very diplomatic with you, very diplomatic. Like you would not be able to guess ever from anything that you see in their wall, like see in their reality or on their face, what is going inside of them. They want to be absolutely stoic in front of you, like they don't want to express nothing, like they don't want to express anything. Spirit, the King of Wands, they don't like, I was pulling cards to ask what they don't want to express. They don't want to express that they think that they are extremely attracted to you, that you are a great match for them. They said that they feel that you are the Queen of Wands, and now when I was going to ask that what is it that they don't want to express, what is it that they are so careful about never expressing with you, what is their intention about hiding, which part of their personality do they want to hide from you specifically. King of Wands, the part of them that feels madly attracted and drawn towards you. Ten of Swords, they think death would be better than admitting this. I'd better die if I'll die if I have to, hiding from you how I truly feel. But that's the intention, to not admit, and with the Sun, it feels like, you remember we talked about with the Sun here how you are walking towards a sort of awakening. It feels like this person is also walking towards that same awakening, the same goal, the same path. That's where you're headed. You have the same goal, same destination. Your souls have the same destination, which is why I said that it could be like a counterpart twin flame sort of situation. And with the back of the deck energy, and this also showing as your prominent energy, it feels like eventually you're gonna come to a point where you have to face the fact that you were always meant to end up with each other, or to cross paths and then kind of have this sort of situation unravel between the two of you. And that it was destiny, that it was always meant to happen, that your souls planned it, and this is what is happening. So that's your reading, group 3. If you liked it, let me know in the comments. For more readings like this, subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in Bengali and Hindi tarot readings, if these are the two languages that you understand, then you might want to subscribe to the other two channels that I have, where I do tarot readings in Hindi and Bengali. The details of that would be in the description box below. I also have a spiritual discussions channel where I do Bengali spiritual discussions, like where I basically discuss spiritual concepts. And if you understand Bengali and if you're interested in such a thing, then you might want to subscribe to that channel as well. It's called Kalpa Kendra Spiritual Discussions. If you want personal reading or spiritual guidance from me, then you might want to get in touch with me on WhatsApp, email, or Instagram. Otherwise, I'll see you in some other reading sometime very, very soon. Till then, take care.